For Sam. It was for Sam. But I'm glad to see you, sir.
This is a show. What are you talking about?
It's a prayer. Get the hell out.
Soy mexicanos por Trump. Déjame en paz.
Somewhere else.
This isn't gonna make him go away.
No, let's just
Yeah, they're all clowns.
No. Did you know that we're the biggest demographic that got him voted in?
Yeah, they're all clowns.
And now how are you feeling about it? Try not to yell.
Everyone who voted for him are clowns.
Did you guys know that? Peter Fox has a bus. Why not? You don't have good ideas. You don't have good ideas.
You're just not welcome.
That's why you don't want to debate. Why aren't you guys at the Capitol?
Oh, we will be. Don't worry about what we're doing.
Vamos, let's go. We're not here to debate. No, we're not here to march. I'll march with you, bro. You're not. Yeah. You're not. We'll have you to move. Yeah, not the public street. Not the public street. I'm making sure I know who the organizers are. I'm recording it all. Yeah, I'm recording it. Don't worry. Look it. I got you right here.
Recording what?
It's a peaceful gathering. Get your discipline class on.
I know why.
You love it.
You want to know why? I'll tell you why.
We don't fucking care.
Because our families work very hard to get here. Because our families worked very, very hard to get here.
Why is it they're trying to?
We work very hard still. All of my family members work very hard. They're all college educated. They all own businesses. All of my family members. Todos son mexicanos. Just like me.
Nobody cares.
Oh my gosh.
Audio and video from all angles. The app records everything. And you can't delete it. It's locked. Upload to the cloud. Locked.
Don't touch her. Don't touch her.
Yeah, don't touch people. Don't touch people. We're here for peace. Right? Are we all here for peace? Déjame en paz. Déjame en paz, ¿no? We can walk around and hide in peace.
Hey. Walk him off. All of us are here.
And he says he's a Mexican.
You know what? You know what? I wear it proud. I wear it proud. That's right. And we're all here. We outnumbered. Look at all the numbers we are. Look at all the numbers we are.
That's idiot shit.
That's right.
A lot
Don't-
estamos aquí por algo para tener algo porque que todo se está pasando.
Exactamente.
Necesito, estamos
Unidos.
y él dice que es mexicano.
I don't think so.
No,
He says he is. He says he is. But we are more than him.
Pero no hay que caer en la trampa, ¿ok? Hay que,
Love you.
yeah,
We'll get through this.
That's right. It's made me cry. Let's go. He's not welcome here.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's okay to That's the way my
Get off the playground.
That's right. We need the pedophile supporters to get off the freaking playground. Okay. Keep them away.
déjalo ya, ojalá que se vaya. It's hard. You don't understand.
It's made me cry. Get back to the dancing. Hi, you two. Thank you for being here today with us. Sorry, I'm trying to wipe the face. Okay. Yeah, they're escorting him. Hopefully out, I don't know, at least keeping him away. Him and his little group. But you saw it. They started acting like people were pushing them when they were the ones that were being pushy. It is wonderful. It's wonderful. Thank you. Yeah. We're gonna let it ruin our time. The smell of sage in the air is wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, I talked to you later today. As soon as you're gonna be here, but I heard you got word.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Okay, it looks like they got him to leave. They got him to leave? They got him to leave?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Obviously, it was read the room, bud.
But we'll learn more. Usually, like, for stuff like this, we have assigned crews with banners and signs to block them off.
Yeah.
It's the first time people are doing this in a while, so.
Yeah, I know. I know. But thank you. Are we marching? Are we marching?
I think so.
Yeah, I love it too. Straight to it. We're marching right away. Sorry, guys.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
We're getting a check.
Well, he's working security, but he didn't want to wear the shirt because he has authority problems.
This is what democracy looks like.
Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. What democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Chica la migra. Chica la migra. Chica la migra. Chica la migra. When do we want it? Now. When do we want it? When do we want it?
It's War Machine.
From Mexico to the Philippines.
And the U.S. War Machine.
Up with the people.
Up with the people.
Down with colonial evil.
Down with colonial evil.
Up with the people.
Up with the people.
Down with colonial evil. Down with the colonial evil. Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with occupation.
Down with the occupation.
Up with liberation.
Up with liberation.
Down with occupation.
Down with occupation.
Up with the people. Up with the people. Down with colonial evil. Down with colonial evil. Up with liberation. Up liberation. We're down with colonial evil. We just want to protect our water. Looking over the Black River here. Natural water sources need to be protected. We need water for future generations, so we need to pray for our water, all of those water sources, make sure that we keep it from contamination. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. 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 What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? When do we want it? Now. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
what do we want?
A hawk just flew by. Look, see, there's a hawk.
Don't walk in front of the smoke.
On this. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure.
One thing we did right was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. The one thing we did right was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. Hold on. Your eyes on the prize, hold on. Well, the one thing we did right was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Keep your eyes on the prize, hold on. One thing we did right was the day we started to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. One thing we did right was the day
Hey. Hi, good. How are you? Yep. Hey. Down, down with deportation. Down, down with deportation. Thanks. What's your name?
I don't really get my name, but you call me Rose.
I thought I know you. Maybe.
I get around.
Do you have a YouTube name?
What?
Do you have a YouTube name?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't use anything.
Okay. Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah, absolutely.
coming up on Spear now. We're on Colfax. We've been marching down Colfax. sorry.
don't get it, shut it down. What do we want? Immigrant rights. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Immigrant rights. What do we want? Immigrant rights. What do we want? Immigrant rights. When do we want it? Now. When do we want it? Now. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Now. Call that fight off like you own it, people. All streets. 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 What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
If we don't get it, shut it down. 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 Period. Thank you for your voice. Thank you for your every step and every breath and that prayer of solidarity for our people, for our voice, for our power united. Together we rise.
Yeah.
Walk carefully up these stairs. Make sure you take your water. Mini Washoni, water is life. Make sure you hydrate.
Water is life.
Check on your elders. Make sure your little ones are okay.
We made it today in unity. Thank you for each step we took. Jimmy, we gotta straighten that out. Right now, let's start the right way with group of Lalong and the Samsamte. with the speaker system. Whoa.
Hi. How are you?
It's still doing
Teresa.
Yeah.
Still fun.
I know you recognize you.
I recognize you too. You know, I'm just old. Me too. Not you. Oh, yeah, I am.
Can you hear me now?
No. Oh, plugging it in might help.
All right, here we go. So I am parting this group. Our voices are power united. Together we rise. Together we rise. Together we rise. And what we get to do, Virginia, Bernice Eubank, give a blessing to us in a good way.
Somebody got a horn.
Can you hear me?
Play the bullhorn.
Use the mic. Use the mic. I can't hear you. Here you go, Mito. Use
Do we have a... Just. No.
This works better. Okay. Oh my God. Please, we are honored to have Cecilia Bernice Bullbear Lakota. We're honored to be part of Cecilia and her homeland and our homeland. And her name in English, her indigenous name is Sacred Red Pipe Woman. A name inherited from her great-grandmother. On the maternal and paternal sides of her lineage, she's descended from the Baronate Lakota leaders, including Chief Bullbear, Chief Pan American Horse, and the Crazy Horse Band. And she's going to we're honored that she will give us a blessing for what we're going to do today. Been honored here, and we are truly the indigenous people of so honored color and protect the land and Mother Earth.
It's not on. It's not on.
So I wanted to say in English that blessing for this walk is for our future generations, and we all need our blessings, the blessings of the Creator. So I would like to use the blessings in my language. And I hope and I will translate my language also. Just will and consequence of this live so much so just I ask for a blessing for everyone here. And I ask for a blessing for my work. And we stay together. We're not just one. We're all together. Stay strong together. Exactly that.
Hello? Hello? Test, test. Can you hear now? Test.
Good job, Jimmy.
Mic check. Come on, 2 1 2. Denver, can you hear me? What's happening, Denver? My name is Dr. Brian Rojas Arauz. I am a part of Our Vices, Our Power United. Together we rise. Let me hear you say it. Together we rise.
Together we rise.
It's important for us to remember that courage is greater than fear and that unity is greater than division. We are stronger because we're together today. So in order to open up today, I wanted us to start with something called In Lakesh. In Lakesh is a greeting among Mayan folks that means you are my other me. We hear it also in the African continent as Ubuntu. I am because we are. We hear it from our Native American brothers and sisters when we say, you are my relations. Right? So this is human in all the ways. So please repeat after me. It says, En Lakesh Alakim. Tú eres mi otro yo. You are my other me. Si te hago daño a ti, if I do harm to you, me hago daño a mí mismo. I do harm to myself. Si te amo y te respeto, if I love and respect you, me amo y respeto yo. I love and respect myself. And in that spirit, in Lakesh.
As we go on with the program, we have some incredible individuals that have come together in unity with our effort. But I want to remind us of this. Remind ourselves that we organize, we march, not because we have to. We march and organize because it's necessary right now to stand up, to speak out, to be strong. So I want to thank all of you. It's emotional to see that here we are taking the streets again. But we have to let Trump and the federal government, any government know we are not slaves. We are not going to be controlled. This government is for the people, by our people.
All right, folks, and our first speaker for today is Jeanette Vizguerra, immigrant mother and CEO of Metro Denver Sanctuary Coalition.
Hi everybody, how are you today? What are you feeling today? My feelings is angry, frustration, indignation for this administration. I'm senior activist here in Colorado at national level. I have 28 years fight for all rights, for labor rights, civil rights, human rights, y funded immigrant rights here in Colorado. My friend Gerardo Lopez interprets for me. I need everybody to understand what happened in this moment. El día de hoy quiero que entiendan, esta lucha no es solo de inmigrantes, no es una lucha por mantener a Palestina libre. Esta lucha es de todos.
Today is just not a march for immigrant rights for Palestine. Today is a march for everybody, to keep everybody free and liberated.
Today, everybody, I need to come to help. Today, no es communist, socialist, anarchist, immigrant, white, indigenous. Today, this fight is for everybody. This government affects all people, no specific Latin people or immigrant people. In 2018, I'm in sanctuary. I lost my liberty 3 times in detention centers for bad laws here in Colorado. I lost my liberty 3 times. I need take refuge in sanctuary for continued fight for my family, for my community, for all immigrants. Who remember this t-shirt, the Chinga la Migra? I'm funding Abolish Timber in this year, 2019, for the all bad decision, the 45 administration. The separate parents, the kids in the border. Put these kids in cage. Yes, enough. No es possible continue fight for 47 administration, coming other time, you bad decisions. Wherever person line jumping for real fight for immigrant rights, contact me. I need soldiers, not for fight for arms, guns. I need real allies for confrontation. For confrontation, this administration damage all people, indigenous people, American people, immigrant people. How many people work in this administration for government in this moment lost your job? Some people vote for this guy. If he pay, pick up your job. This guy pay, pick up your benefits, the Social Security, the Medicaid, and all rights. Everybody I need fight for this small group, the people is rich people. These people not take decision for my person. And the time some people speak to me, you need to come back in your country. I'm proud Mexican, I'm proud indigenous people. I'm born in America. America is one continent, not one country. I have no right to stay here, the other person. Thank you, everybody. And remember, your fight is my fight, and my fight is your fight. Thank you.
This is bigger than any one moment. It is about building something lasting that will echo beyond today and for generations to come. We march because our voices matter. We rise because our communities deserve it. And no matter how hard the road gets, we will keep moving forward together. Join us every time we act. Stand with us. Rise with us. Together, we are unstoppable. Our next speaker is an educator, Jennifer Anderson. Jennifer is a local educator dedicated to supporting migrant students. Be clear, I don't use immigrant. We're not immigrants. This is our homeland. I didn't cross the border crossed me. And now a principal in Denver, she works to provide liberatory education for all.
Good afternoon, Denver! It has truly been an honor to walk alongside all of you this past hour in solidarity. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. As you've heard, Denver is not just where I live. It is my community, my home, where I grew up. And I'm here to tell you that we must protect our community now more than ever. Recently, while scrolling through my Instagram feed, I saw an ad for Red Hat. Like many of you, I felt a rush of emotion, triggered even. But when I looked closer at the notorious white embroidered text, it said, "Make America not racist again." Now, I'm not naive enough to believe that America was ever free of racism, but but I do understand the sentiment. Because right now, the rhetoric surrounding our immigrant families and students is dangerously racist. They are called criminals, they are labeled as aliens, as illegal, they are treated as if they are unworthy of education, of safety, of simply existing. America, do better. Every day I have the privilege of working alongside undocumented staff and students, and every day I see their fear. I see students crying, terrified that their families' homes will be raided, that their parents won't be there when they return. I see students who hesitate to come to school, afraid their personal information will be shared with the government to deport their loved ones. I know an educator who just had a baby, too afraid to send her undocumented husband to the store for formula, fearing that he will not return. I know a teacher who was told to go back to Mexico and had a milkshake thrown at her for speaking Spanish. I know someone who hired a para, and as she walked through the schools, she said, "Didn't Trump sign an executive order to make these students not speak Spanish in our schools?" She resigned within 2 hours. I know students in desperate need of mental health support, but not enough resources to provide it. I hear from parents who believe their homes are being watched, their families in danger. It makes me want to scream. I want to shout, "No one is illegal on stolen land." I want to yell, "You are human, you are valuable, you are worthy." I want to remind everyone, unless you are indigenous or the result of being brought here against your will, you are all immigrants. Liberation, not deportation. Basta con la migra. Don't be afraid, my brothers and sisters. But we are afraid. Schools should be safe zones, but the truth is they're not. Despite my best efforts to build trust, to protect, and to educate, the system is against us. The law, the administration, the government, they're failing us. We demand action. We demand justice. End the criminalization of immigrants. Stop using language and policies that dehumanize and our undocumented community members. Protect undocumented students and families. Schools must be legally recognized as sanctuary spaces where no child or family fears deportation. Provide mental health support for immigrant students and families. End ICE raids that tear families apart and leave children without their parents. Give us realistic pathways to citizenship. Create accessible and humane processes for undocumented students, educators, and families to gain their legal status. Hold hate accountable. Enforce stronger protections against racial discrimination for our students and educators. Enough is enough. Our community is watching. Our community is listening. Our community is here. And we will continue to fight for change. Let's go members and thank Denver. Let's hear it for Jennifer. Thank you so much, Ms. Anderson. And now I have the honor of introducing a daughter of the Chicano movement, State Representative Lorena Garcia, who believes in us and got the permit for us to be here. And I want to thank her for that. I also want to recognize and thank our Councilwoman Flor Alvedrez for walking with us, our Denver Public School School Board member Marlene de la Rosa for marching with us, and our House District Representative Cecilia Espinosa for marching with us. Thank you.
Yeah.
And with that, we will now hear from our daughter of the Chicano movement, Lorena Garcia. She's State Representative of House District 35 in Adams County. Adams is in the House. And serves as Executive Director of the statewide Parent Coalition.
Thank you, everybody. It's so good to be here. I want to just thank, first before I get started, everyone who has the shirt security written on their shirt. Thank you for being security. Our federal government has failed us, and they will continue to fail us. And with the same veracity that our security had our back on this march, we need to have each other's back during this time. The fight for freedom The fight for justice is local. It is right here. It is right now. It is in our houses. It is in that building. It is in this building. It is local because the federal government is not going to protect us, our families, and our communities. It's up to us. Are you going to stand up and make sure that our neighbors are protected? Are you going to stand up and make sure that our schools do not get shut down? Are you going to stand up and make sure that their campaign for ignorance doesn't come to pass? What they want is for all of us to be dumb. What they want is for our kids to not learn. What they want is for each and every one of us to be afraid. And I'm not gonna lie, that their movement is gaining ground. But we are more, we are bigger, we are better, and we own this land, and we will not let them get away with their hate, their bigotry, their racism, and their theft. We all deserve freedom. But freedom can only exist when fascism dies. Freedom can only exist when we fight against tyranny. Freedom can only exist if we fight tirelessly. So let's do this.
Thank you so much, Representative Garcia. A good reminder that people power is greater than the people in power. All right? It is my honor, my pleasure, to introduce Elder Rick Williams. Elder Williams is from the Lakota and Cheyenne community, founder of the People of the Sacred Land, and a reminder of the power when we come together in unity.
This is very personal for me. This is the homeland of my great-great-grandfather on the Cheyenne side, my great-great-grandfather on the Lakota side. They had winter camps on Cherry Creek, going back as far as 1840. Welcome, relatives. Welcome to our land. You're welcome. You can come here anytime. I stand and I think about an injustice against one person is an injustice against all of us. We have to stand united. We have to stand with each other to fight the tyranny and all of the stuff that goes on a regular basis. Lakota Imachi Apitakankahohasta. My name in Lakota is Talbot. I speak from my heart and my mind when I talk. Today, I want to first thank our drummers and our dancers for making my heart come up
beautiful
lifted.
Sunday.
Give a round of applause.
Beautiful, beautiful Sunday, ready to go.
Hata Lila Washtelo, it's very good. Now, okay, all the people who helped put this together, let's hear it for them. I only have one important
Love it, ready
message
to
for
go.
you. Kilaka Yellow, keep going. Now I want everybody, put your right hand up, 2 fingers. Put it on your right cheek and bring it down at a 45-degree angle. That's our sign for never give up. What are we going to do?
Never give up.
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 We will survive because we are, in the eyes of the Creator, related in every way. We end our prayers with Midako Yasu, all my relatives. So you see, we are, despite what they try to do, we are all related. Our minds are one and our hearts are good. I'm going to give you a cautionary note. Our future is in a very critical stage. It's on life support. The next 30 to 60 days are going to determine whether we live and survive as free people in America or become Russians. Oh, Palamio, thank you.
Let's give it up for Rick one more time. Rick Williams, Executive Director, People of the Sacred Earth, and a brother in the struggle and always has been. Now I'm humbled and honored to introduce our next speaker. I know this man not only as the three-term mayor of Denver, but as a friend and a relative. It's with great honor and that he would come and join us and lift his voice with us on this day. Please put your hands together for former Mayor Wellington Webb.
Isa. One of my godchildren. She grew up. I'm glad to be here today. I hope you're glad to be here today. Are you glad to be here today? There are a lot of other places you could be, but you chose to be here. We're a very special people. We live 5,280 feet above sea level. So we can see a lot that other people can't see. We can see what Charles Schumer could not see. You can't bargain with people that want to put you down. You can't take positions that make them stronger. We have to be aggressive in terms of who we are. Let me share with some of you young ones. My family and I, it took us 10 years. I want you to be clear, 10 years to get the Martin Luther King holiday passed in this state. 10 years. Myself, one other, and my wife. It went from generation to generation. So what is my message to you? This is not a short-term struggle. How many of you are here for today? If you're here for today, raise your hand. If you're here for tomorrow, raise your hand. If you're here for the long-term struggle, raise your hand. We need people here for the long-term struggle. This is not going to be over easy. We have to do more than march. We have to do more than have rallies. We have to be aggressive in terms of dealing with our opponents. And our opponents are people that don't like people of color, that want to subjugate us to Russia, that wants to make us a second-class country, that wants to frighten our kids when they go to school, which frighten our parents that can't open the door, not knowing who's going to be on the other side. We need to be holding protests in front of Tesla Motors. We need to be outside making sure and encouraging people not to buy Tesla automobiles. We need to be telling people to buy Trump stock and then sell it and get rid of it because we have to hurt them economically. We have to hurt them economically. Now, I suspect a lot of people, and you know many of them, They're surprised at how things turned out. Many of them wish they could vote again. Many of you some of you out there wish you could vote again. Because we know that they're friends and allies of ours that told us when we were opposing Trump that we were on the wrong side. And we said, just wait and see. So who is he going after? He's going after people of color. He's going after veterans. He's going after women. He's firing federal employees. He's firing and getting rid of programs that help your mother and your grandmother and your kids. We have to be willing to stand up and fight for the long term. Follow after me. Fight for the long term.
Fight for the long term.
That ain't loud enough. Fight for the long term. If you're serious about this, if you're not serious, you need to go home. If you're not serious, you need to go home. Anybody can go on a march. March ain't enough. Are you serious about this for the long term? And what does the long term mean? That means we have to fight tomorrow. We have to fight next week. We have to fight next month. We have to fight end of the year. My brother from the Dakotas, the Lakota, talked about we had 30 to 60 days. We have to understand what's going on in Washington. They want to make us subjects. They want to make us subjects. Some people want a king. We don't want a king. Some people just voted wrong. And now we wish we had them back. So what I'm doing here today is to say, a coalition of allies, we have to come together. This rally today should be black, brown, white, red, and yellow. We're all precious in God's sight, but we all are suffering from the same maladies that are taking place because we're being afflicted by the same issues. The same issues, whether they're coming out of D.C., whether they're coming out of Boulder, or whether they're coming out of the State House or City Council. We have to stand up and be counted. And it is not how many in the rally, it is not how many in the march, it's how strong the heart is of those that are marching. I would rather take 10 committed people than have 100. I'd rather have 100 committed people than 1,000, because I know my 100 will outwork, outfight, and outdo anything the 1,000 would do if they're committed. And so my message to you today, are you committed for the long-term struggle? Are you committed for the long-term struggle? Well, if you're committed to the long-term struggle, raise your hands one more time and say, we are committed to the long-term struggle to save America.
We are committed to the long-term struggle
to save America. God bless you.
Thank you, Major Watt, for powerful words. It is a reminder that this is not a sprint, it is not a race, it is not a marathon, it is a rally. We gotta pass it on to the next generation the way they have done for us. It is my honor to introduce Taiwan. After the Vietnam War, Thai and her family fled to the U.S. as refugees, staying in camps in the Southeast Asia. Today, she's the founder and executive director of Kaizen Food Rescue, that addresses food justice, as we know that all suffering is connected as well as all liberation. Thank you, Ty.
People of the rebellion, we are witnessing the erosion of democracy, state-sanctioned violence, and blatant human rights violations. For 38 years, I lived as a person without a country. Now, even those with green cards, legal residents aren't safe. I know what it's like to be displaced, to live in constant fear. That's why what's happening in our communities, in detention centers, isn't just horrifying, it's personal. One of our own youth volunteers is being detained right now. Think about that. Someone we know, someone in our community locked up. Our government rounded up 200 people, dumped them in a foreign land, and stuffed them into hotel rooms just like sardines. What do we call that if not human trafficking? We are not just numbers. We are real people, real families being torn apart. This is cruel, plain and simple. And it has to stop. We have to shut these places down now. We don't need more empty promises about immigration reform. We need real, humane pathways to citizenship. One that allows people to live without fear. Because we aren't just abstract policy debates. We are your co-workers, your children's soccer coaches, the farm workers who put food on your table, the people stocking grocery store shelves. We do the essential jobs that keep the country running. We help distribute $53 million of food to communities in need. We did that. We are the entrepreneurs, creating jobs, the workers keeping local businesses alive, the people who make our communities thrive. And yes, we pay our fucking taxes. Meanwhile, actual criminals walk free. As a sexual assault survivor, I refuse to accept a system that spends billions of dollars hunting down hardworking people while rapists roams free. These resources should be used to deport actual threats, not families, not kids, not people trying to survive. Because if we don't, the abusers don't just walk free, they become president. We are not statistics on a spreadsheet. We are your neighbors, your friends, humans. Detaining and traumatizing children isn't just unjust, it's heartbreaking. It's state-sanctioned violence against our people. We cannot sit back and watch this happen. We have to stand up for each other. Be the community we want to live in. Fight for justice. Fight for basic human decency. We need a system built on compassion, not cruelty. A country where everyone feels safe, where everyone has a chance to build a good life. That's the kind of Colorado, the kind of America I believe in. And together we can make it happen.
Oh, we could do better than that. She was incredible. With that, so you know, you can't ever do anything without a little música, a little music. Join me in welcoming Su Teatro.
Hola, buenas tardes. I just always wonder how we got in charge of saving the country, right? That was not exactly where we started. I wanted to say we are all bring you something from the 70s now that we are in our 70s. We want to share a couple of songs with you, and one of them is connected to a personal story. We actually did one of those researches things of your family tree and stuff, and they followed the Garcias all the way into New Mexico in the 1500s, because there was a lot of stuff happening in New Mexico in the 1500s, right? Yeah. And then they found a Spaniard that somehow messed around with the Zuni and had a baby, right? But they only covered the Garcia part. They never really covered the indigenous. And it wasn't like there was a follow-up. The next generation married Spaniards too, because they came in. There was about 40 of them, and by the end of the century, there was like 40,000 of us and a few of them, right? So this is a song by Daniel Valdez, and I just recognize Danny and say it is really about those who were here in the beginning and those who will still be here long after all the others are gone.
Inmigrantes
Immigrants united! Immigrants united! Sin fronteras, un mundo sin fronteras, todos podrán con una voz, libre un partido, no nos moverán, no nos moverán.
All right, let's hear it one more time for them. All right, Denver, let's do that again. Let's hear it one more time for them. So a great reminder that we are unmovable. We will not stop until we reach the goal. It is my great honor to introduce Rudy Gonzalez. Rudy is the CEO of Servicios de la Raza and son of the Chicano movement. He continues to fight for equity and justice, carrying forward the legacy of his father, Rodolfo Corky Gonzalez. Thank you. It's over.
¡Viva Corky!
I also want to remind everyone, this is the weekend when the Crusade for Justice was attacked because we supported American Indian Movement and Wounded Knee and lost Luis Jr. Martinez on March 17, 1973. We march and rally in his honor. He stood up, lost his life for believing in us and the work that we needed to do as relatives to our indigenous relatives.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. You know, it's Sunday, but it's a beautiful day here in Denver. Again, thank you all for marching with us and marching with Nita, my sister, and some of my families here, and our electeds who came out and marched with us. Thank you so much. What happened to our mayor? Oh, he's 84 now. I think I could take him in a one-on-one. Anyway, yeah, Manuel Thunderbolt, right? But, and all our speakers, you know, and Tony Suteatro, thank you for the music and the inspiration. Tlaloc, Carlos, thank you for that leadership. Tomas Lopez here, Sharon, thank you being here and helping really solidify that leadership in our community. And you know what? We know there's a lot of people that aren't here, but what's important is we are here. We're here. And that's important because we are community. We come from our community. And, you know, there's a thing I did early this morning. I got on Secretary of State site and I changed my affiliation from Democrat to unaffiliated because I'm over it. And I talk and I stand here in the spirit of my, all right, look at that hawk. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That is a very good sign. Anyway, I stand here in the spirit of my father, Rodolfo Corky Gonzalez, my mother, Geraldine Gonzalez, my sisters, my brother, and our family. And to say that we're in a time, and it's not 1950, they want us back to 1850, where slavery was okay, where no dogs or Mexicans are allowed, where native brutality was okay. In fact, it was the law of the land. And right now, you know, we think there's nobody out there that's gonna stand up for us. It is us. We have to do this. We have to do this. We have to stand up. Our politicians at the federal level are not there. They're not there. I keep thinking to what my dad said. Republicans and Democrats are the two-headed monster eating out of the same trough. And, I think about all of the things happening. Here we have probably the last guardrail, the courts, and judges are fighting against him day after day. But I think back to what Andrew Jackson, who was president at that time of the Trail of Tears. And when a judge found against him, he told him, well, get off your bench and enforce it. And so we have the courts that are fighting against him day after day, but we do not control the Department of Justice. We do not control the FBI, CIA, we never have. But even more so, it's being weaponized against us. The military is being weaponized against us. We are getting gutted. And, the budget that they just passed, that 10 Democrats, including Senate Leader Chuck Schumer, helped pass because they were afraid to shut down the government. Excuse me, they're shutting down the government. They're gutting the government. What's the difference? What is the difference, especially for our communities where we've never had the benefit of government in our corner, the power and control and wealth of government in our corner. And now we have unelected oligarchs saying who's going to work in this country, who's going to serve in this country, who's going to run or not these departments. And so, again, it is us. It's us. We have to stand up. And it's you young people. A lot of young people saying, well, it is your energy. It is your passion. We're getting old. The doctor told me I got OLD. That means old. But we're here, just like our fathers and our aunties and uncles, our mothers, our grandparents who were there for us when we were marching. I remember first march in 1966, 7 years old. It is 2025. And we're here. We're here to help direct you, to help guide you, to counsel and advise you. But it is up to you. It's up to you if you want to continue to see this country go the way that it's going right now and usurping and taking whatever kind of power of authority that we have enjoyed. So stand up, get up. Let's march. All right. And, let's make a difference. So, que viva la raza. And thank you, Servicios, and all of the staff who came, and family and friends who came and supported today. Thank you so much.
Gracias, Rudy. Again, another reminder that this is a long race, y'all. We need to pass it down. Rudy just said he was 7 years old the first time that he was at a march. Here we are, nothing has changed. Continue to be in the same way, and that's a reminder. Es mi honor poder introducir Lucy Molina. Lucy Molina es una luchadora en lo que viene a ser en contra del racismo. Lucy ha luchado contra Suncor porque Suncor ha tratado de ensuciar, de polucionar lo que son las comunidades chicanas inmigrantes en la ciudad de Commerce City. Mientras ella continúa siendo una madre, una luchadora y una migrante para nosotros, es mi gran placer poder introducirla en este momento. Gracias.
Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Muchas gracias por estar aquí. A little bit of Spanish here.
to share a short little mini poem kind of and then jump into my introduction. So education, not deportation. We are children of immigrants. I am the past and the present. I am here and I am now. I am Mother Earth that cries out from deserts and rivers, mourning from the souls for the souls of her children. I am the Father's voice in the shadows, on the rooftops, the voice of our brothers and sisters, en los campos, in the fields, and the restaurant kitchens. I am the linguistically gifted child from different countries, reading a book, dreaming to make this country even better. We want education, not deportation. That's right. Why does our skin insult you? Why do you attack our children, our abuelitas and abuelitos, our families and communities that only long for a better life? So let's fight, fight, and fight. Yo soy Lucy Molina from Commerce City. Where, yeah, muchas gracias. Hola. Yo soy Lucy Molina from Commerce City, where actually our council just passed a climate emergency. So, ¿saben qué? Sí se puede. I know what it's like to fight for my life. I live next to the biggest polluter and the eyesore of the state of Colorado. It's a sticky situation, I know. But hey guys, I have to say that. Many people know me as an environmental warrior here, right? I am Mexican American, the firstborn child of Jose y Teresa Molina, union leaders that also marched with Cesar Chavez and Dolores Puerta. Yeah, my father son chingones también. I was the first to graduate high school and go to college in my family. My sister, her bachelor's degree. Mi gente, we are mothers, fathers, teachers, chefs, lawyers, doctors, roofers, farmers, truckers, entrepreneurs, and artists, even elected officials. Yeah? We are children of immigrants. I am a public servant, and I am honored to serve as a board member along with my colleagues on an all-historic Mexican American Indigenous Board in Adams County. That is the Adams 14th District in Commerce City. Eso, la mi gente ya. That for years we have been fighting and protecting public education and fighting the privatization of education. For decades now, our education has been under attack, guys. Our education has been under attack. Okay, it's good bank, that's why. We know an educated and informed community makes informed and educated decisions. Of course they're gonna want that, right? Instead, they're not gonna want us educated, right? Instead, they want us bright enough to be slaves for their corporations for pennies and dumb enough not to know what's going on. It seems that this administration is determined to dumb us down and make this a new America no matter what. This does not make America great. No, it makes corrupt politicians rich. Defund wars, not education. Tax the rich instead of family separation. For a nation to be great, we need healthy communities. It's time for universal health care, clean air, and clean water. Self-regulation does not work. Neither do sick and uneducated communities. So stop banking on human misery. The future is now, mi raza. You see, I was at CU yesterday, and I was reminded once again how our brothers and sisters lost their lives just to have higher education. And it's a sad reminder that an educated man is a threat to the system, but an educated woman, a black or brown man, is the threat to white supremacy system. The white supremacy system. The past was written to teach us, guys. The future is now. Sí se puede. Eso. Sí se puede. 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 Isn't she awesome? I love you. Thank you, Lucy. I love you. And now I'm so honored to introduce Karen Baron. She's a young student at Lincoln High School with plans to study at Colorado State University. Where is Karen? Oh, she's here. Oh, I thought you got tired with us maybe. Ran away. Thank you so much.
Sueños sin fronteras, el poder de la voz migrante. Estoy cansada de subirme en un bus cada mañana rumbo al colegio y sentir las miradas extrañas, solo porque hablo español. Cansada de tener que callarme, de pensar 2 veces antes de hablar mi idioma, solo para no ser juzgada, para no ser vista como algo distinto. Cansada de sentir miedo cuando salgo a la calle, de saber que hay una sombra de odio que sigue a cada paso que doy, que me recuerda que no todos me ven como igual, no importa lo que haga, lo que diga, siempre hay un rastro, una señal que me dice que no pertenezco. Pero a pesar de todo eso, sigo soñando con un mundo sin fronteras, sin divisiones, donde no importa el acento, la piel o la cultura, donde todos seamos vistos por lo que realmente somos, seres humanos con sueños, con derechos, porque no somos aliens, no somos extraterrestres, somos personas como cualquier otra, y aunque este sistema no está hecho para nosotros, no nos facilita el camino y nos pone barreras invisibles, seguimos adelante, seguimos resistiendo, no nos vamos a rendir. Alzo mi voz y sé que mi voz tiene poder. Sé que cuando yo alzo la voz, no solo soy yo quien habla, sino que soy la voz de todos los que no pueden o no se atreven a hacerlo. Soy la voz de nuestra comunidad, de nuestra gente que lucha día a día para ser escuchada, para ser reconocida. Y alzo mi voz porque sé que podemos cambiar este sistema, que nuestra lucha, nuestra persistencia, nuestra resistencia es lo que nos define. Tengo miedo, sí, tengo miedo. Miedo a lo que pueda pasar cada vez que salgo a la calle, miedo de no ser aceptada, miedo de ser tratada como si no tuviera el derecho de estar aquí. Pero ese miedo no me detiene, lo uso como fuerza, porque sé que mi voz, nuestra voz, puede cambiar las cosas. Y aunque el camino es difícil, aunque las barreras sigan ahí, seguiremos luchando, porque nuestros sueños no tienen fronteras. No hay muro que nos detenga, no hay frontera que pueda borrar lo que somos, lo que queremos, lo que merecemos. Y la lucha sigue.
Let's hear it for Karen Baron. Thank you so much. Come on, we can do better than that. Our young people, amazing. Our next speaker is also a youth speaker. Our future, our fight. Eileen Camacho Rascon is a senior at Denver Center for International Studies at Baker, and is a powerful voice for, I know people use the term immigrant. I refuse. For migrants youth leadership. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Buenas tardes. As I said before, thank you. My name is Eileen Rascon Camacho, and I'm a 17-year-old who is currently a senior. Today I came here to tell you a very important story about my life. The story about my parents, my mother, Cynthia Camacho. And so basically, my parents, I've grown up seeing them work day and night. Day in the morning working a job, and at night taking care of my sister and me. At the age of only 17, my mom was expecting a child. At the age of 23, she had 2. Regardless of that, not being able to graduate high school, she worked and worked and worked. Despite people telling her she couldn't, despite her having 2 kids, she worked so hard to protect her family and to make sure that we were safe. Thanks. My mom immigrated to this country at the age of just 15. Not knowing where she was coming, not having a stable home, she jumped home to home from my aunties, from my grandparents. She was going everywhere. Despite that, she still moved on and she still did amazing. She came from Juarez, Chihuahua, a city known for its violence, for the occupancy of the cartels. But I'm not here to tell you that Mexico is a horrible country and that it is ugly and that it is filled with cartels. I'm here to tell you that that culture is beautiful. However, it is not the safest for everybody. My mom didn't come here to be a criminal, to be a rapist, to be a drug addict. She came here with a dream, one dream, to have a better life for herself, for her kids, for her grandkids. Being a daughter of immigrant parents has never been something that I have been ashamed of. Nothing that I looked upon that has been looked frowned upon. I am proud to be Mexican descent. I am proud to be a Chicana here in 2025. And I will continue to be proud of that. Que vivan los inmigrantes, la cultura latina, que viva Mexico. And thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
All right. Let's hear it. If you are the kid of an immigrant, make some noise. If you're an immigrant yourself, make some noise. And if you got love for immigrant community, absolutely make some noise. All right, it is my pleasure to introduce Cristina Saldivar. Since 2005, Cristina has fought against the broken immigration system. Her husband was unjustly deported 2.5 years before finally receiving his LPE en 2023. Desde el 2005, Cristina ha luchado contra este sistema inmigrante desde que su esposo fue deportado hace 2 años y medio. En el 2003, él logró recibir su documentación. Aquí está Cristina Saldivar. Gracias.
What's up, Denver? Woo! Get you quiet out there. If my voice breaks, be my strength and patience, because this was my life. I want to start out by saying, together we stand, together we fight, together we have fallen, but time and time again, we have always risen together. I want to thank everybody for being here today and for the space and time to share my story. A story that should have never been, because not only am I US born, I also had 5 US born children, 3 who were thrown into this system, and 2 who were unjustly who were born into it. I'm sorry. I married my husband in 2005. He is of Mexican descent. I am indigenous. I am deeply rooted, and I'm a very proud Chicana. Having family who was stolen from their land and raised in boarding schools, we were raised to be suppressed and to keep quiet and to follow the calm streams and don't ruffle feathers of anybody, because you will pay. When my story started, I paid for my husband's freedom. I paid and I paid and I paid. We got married in April of 2005. And in 2013, I was given a letter that stated, as a U.S. citizen who signed for my husband's bond, I was obligated to return my immigrant to the ICE detention facility for deportation because they did not want to give him his papers without reason. He's not a felon. He is not a criminal. He had nothing against him except wanting to better his life here and in Mexico for his family. I'm sorry. I didn't know that this fight was going to be an 18-year uphill battle. But when they told me they were going to take him from my side, I thought, who the hell are you? You don't live in my home. You don't pay for my kids. I don't get welfare. I don't get food stamps. My children are not a burden to the society. Jorge worked, as I did, both full-time, and we paid for our home, and we paid for our children. I paid for our medical, and I paid for his freedom. In 2013, they told me I was obligated to take him. And being indigenous, I called on Mother Earth and all of our ancestors. Being raised Catholic, I called on the spirits and the saints and on God. I cried and I knelt. I wept and I tried to stay silent, but I knew if I don't stand up and fight back, who will? For 6 years, I swallowed alone. And when I came upon CIRC, that's the Colorado Immigrants' Rights Coalition, in 2012, they sent me to Washington, and I spoke with the only House representative who was willing to help, who was Luis Gutierrez from Chicago. We all stood up together, and I received 5 days before his sentencing to be out that he was given humanitarian purposes to stay, which was a fight no one wins, because I was against the 10th Circuit twice. No one wins even the first time, I was told. What do they know? They don't know me. That day when I won, I was indigenous. I was Chicana. I am and will always be American. But after that fight, when I won, I became Palestine. I became Iraq. I became Black Lives Matter. I became all children are important. I became all of us matter. I took on with this community the fight against Department of Homeland Security and the system we know who come after our families known as ICE. If it wasn't for you educators out there, I would have never known Anne Frank. My children, my youngest Francisco, was raised, all of them, to know a secret knock. We had a hideout shelter for my husband, and it was scary. But had it not been for you guys teaching us that book, I wouldn't know to make out a fallout shelter. I wouldn't have known to make a secret knock so my husband could be saved. I was afraid, but we stood up. What do we do when we're afraid and we love somebody? You fight, and you fight like hell. And this wonderful community did just that. They rallied behind me, and they fought with us. Because we have rights, mi gente. We have them, even though they try to take them from us. Rights that back us up. They backed us up, and they were established way before us. And boy, do I pray that those rights resume long after us. Because my children deserve it, and your children deserve it, and my grandsons deserve to live united with their family. We must stand together now more than ever, my sisters and brothers, to fight for our country, to fight for our communities, but more importantly, to fight for all of those who we love. Seguimos en esta lucha fuerte. Seguimos unidos y de pie. Because together we will survive. And that's the only way we can do it, mi gente. Thank you so much.
All right, folks, let's hear it one more time for Cristina Saldivar. Thank you so much for heart-touching, real story of what it means to be an immigrant in this country. Right, so as we come to the end of today, I want to take a second to remind you all that this is just but a moment in time, pero la lucha sigue, right? The fight continues on. There's multiple ways you can get involved right now. The first thing is go to ovopunited.org. Our Voice, Our Power United.org. If you go there, there's going to be a list of places you can boycott and let your money speak and let them know that you will not support those that don't support us. No vamos a apoyar a la gente que no nos apoya. Right, so use your money, use your power. Once again, people power is greater than the people in power. Time and time again, it was workers and students that stood up and have made it possible for us to change the world, change countries, and change governments. Boycott Tesla, boycott Amazon, boycott Target, boycott Walmart, boycott Home Depot. Let your money speak for itself. Again, ovopunited.org. If you would like to get involved with the movement, this is not the last time we're going to be here, folks. We're going to be back, and we're going to do it time and time again in comunidad. All right. With that said, thank you everybody for being here. Gracias por estar aquí, por estar unidos. Let's get it going. It says, our voice, our power, united. Our voice, our power, united.
Our power, united. Our voice, our power, united.
Our voice, our power, united. Our voice, our power, united.
Thank you.
We have one more poet, yo. My bad. Go sit down.
Oh, they haven't a speaker.
All right, and to close us off today, we have youth poet Ana Victoria Lucero. Ana is a Chicana indigenous artist with roots in the northern pueblos de New Mexico, born and raised in Denver. Ahora tenemos a Ana, una chicana y artista indígena, con raíces en las partes del norte de los pueblos de Nuevo México, nacida y criada aquí en Denver.
Hello. Thank each and every one of you for coming today. I'm honored to close this out. My name is Ana Victoria Lucero, and I bring to you a poem. I was once told our palabra is the only truth we have. This is my palabra to you. America, I must admit, you had us believing in your deceit for too long. For your flag waves in our wind. It is our great mother who nourishes you, our water who keeps you alive. I must admit, you had us fooled, America. For I've learned your real thirst is quenched only by her blood and tears. And it will not be satisfied until you take every last drop, America. Until you can devour every one of her children. Only then may you find what you've been hoping for. And what is it, America? For after it's over, we know you'll want more. Wasn't it you who taught me to love thy neighbor as thyself? I must have been mistaken, America, because your promises of liberty to keep my people safe, we know now it was safety we needed from you all along. We realized it then, back when that first ship came ashore. So you send us away, America. We are what you made us. This is the rage that you gave us. We are your backbone, America. This is our future, our fight. This is our home too, our tierra. No matter what you do, America, I vow, strengthened by my people, you'll never take our spirit and our love. Not then, and not now. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks, let's hear it one more time for a great poet tonight. And once again, thank you for being here. Gracias por estar aquí. Please get home safe. Sign up to be part of the movement, and we'll see you in the next one. And before you go home, make sure you clean up after yourselves. Please help by picking up trash or anything else you see.
It's very windy, a lot of trash going around, flying around. So thanks for joining us on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Remember, I'd love to see you again sooner rather than later. And remember, free Palestine.